Hi everyone, so I'm back with week 6 and this is a long one because I did use the Craft Sensations paper block collection, which is this big book here, and it's got like burgundy cream colours. I do have 4 of them. They release like sets of 4 every so often, and for some reason we're not getting the new ones here in the UK. We're only getting we've only received the first set of them, which is these 4. But I know for a fact that they've released more because I've seen them on Instagram, but we just don't seem to be getting them in the UK, and I'm so sad. So if anyone in the Netherlands or Germany or Belgium or France knows what I'm on about, these Craft Sensation collection books, let me know, and if you're willing to, send me them and I'll happily pay postage because I'm so desperate for them, but they're just not coming in anywhere for us in the UK. It's so annoying, Anyway, back to the layout. So as I said, it takes me a little while, this one, because this collection's not really been made to do Project Life. Obviously, it's got a load of random bits and pieces in it, but it's compared to the American brands where, you know, you get 3x4 cards already cut up and you get the stickers that sort of match and all that sort of jazz. This is a lot more DIY. So, yeah, but I enjoyed doing it. It was a little bit daunting, first of all, but I really enjoyed it and I like the way it's come out. So, yeah. So the card at the top, well, the paper at the top, I've literally just cut out one of the papers from the book, and it's like this burgundy and pink heart paper, and I use it for the top 2 6x4s. One's going to be my title card, which is on the left, and on the right, it's 2 3x4-ish photos. They're not that big. But one is of Joe cooking, because Joe's home from his week skiing, and it was just nice to have him home, because he likes cooking and stuff, so I eat a lot better when he's here, in terms of he makes proper meals and stuff from scratch, and he just enjoys cooking, rather than I'm quite happy making myself a jacket potato or beans on toast or something like that. So it's just nice to have him home. So, and he always makes everything in bulk. Like, I don't know why. He won't just make a bolognese or a curry just for 2 people. He makes it in bulk, and then we freeze like 8 boxes of it. It's insane. So yeah, so it's nice to have him back and he's cooking again. So I just want to put that in because he made a really nice bolognese, spaghetti bolognese, so we can sit down and watch the House of Gucci, which we never got to go and see back in December because Joe got COVID. So we finally got to watch it. And yeah, we had a really nice evening actually. So that's why I put those 2 photos together. At the top of the one of the pan, that's what you call it, is a little cream tab, and I like it because it's got like a space for you to put like either a title or a word or something, and I do actually put a little sticker on the top there. I do actually use the red thin washi tape. I think it came from Craft Sensations again, and I use it at the bottom of the photo, and then I cut a hexagon in half because in the paper block it has like these little hexagon die cuts that you can obviously punch out, and I just cut it in half. And I did have intentions of putting something over the top, but I didn't for some reason. I just literally put a little heart sticker next to it, which I think is cute. And then at the top in the little tab bit, I do actually find a sticker that said Monday, which was the day that we actually watched it. So yeah, and then I literally just put some washi tape on the House of Gucci film poster, and that's pretty much it for that card. The House of Gucci was a really good film actually. We enjoyed it, but it was very long and sometimes a little bit slow. They probably could have made it shorter actually, personally. It was like 2.5 hours, which is a long time. So we've actually watched it over 2 days, to be honest. But it was a good film and I'm glad we watched it. So that's that card all done. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, so I do a 2-page layout, obviously, because this is part 1. I don't know if I said that. This is part 1 of obviously 2 weeks. I do tend to do 2 weeks. 2 layouts per week. So yeah, so I do actually take a lot of photos. I'm really surprised how many photos I actually manage. At the start of the week, I'm always like, oh no, I've not got enough photos. But by the end of the week, I've probably got too many photos. So now I'm looking to fill my 3x4 middle section. And the photo that I've got is of when Joe's family came around on Sunday, and they had Sunday lunch around ours, and Joe's sister brought their dog Bilbo, and the animals get on really well, and it was just nice. So we got a photo of them all together in the living room, and I'm just using a what's I call it, 3x4 card to obviously get the right size for me to cut out the cream paper, so it's like cream polka dot paper. And I literally just put the photo in the middle. I put some washi tape at the bottom, and I find another little hexagon. It's like a pink one this time, and I use that for the side of down the bottom, because then I put another little hexagon, which is a tiny little hexagon sticker, and it says slow down and appreciate the small things, which I think is really cute. And then at the top I find like a little cream banner, and I just put a little pink heart over the top there as well. I'm really annoyed that we didn't actually get any photos of the family. Like, I don't know why we don't think about it at the time, and I wish, you know, you do. I think we just got busy talking and stuff, but the next time it happens I will make the effort to obviously take pictures of people, because that's something that I not forget to do, but I just get a little bit embarrassed, I think, asking people for photos, because I don't want to be the annoying person that goes, oh, they always want photos, because someone always finds a reason why they don't want a photo, like they don't look very good, or, you know, they're awkward or whatever. They always find a reason, but I really don't care what people look like in photos. Like, it's just the memory that I enjoy. Poor Joe gets his photo taken and all sorts of things, so he just deals with it. So yeah, so that's that card. The next card along is going to be just a sort of filler card, really. I don't really do too much to it. I use the same polka dot cream paper. I use that for the whole strip, basically, and that's the good thing about the size of this paper in this paper block, is that I can get a lot out of it, basically. For some reason, A4, I seem to always have scraps of paper, but this size, I have quite, you know, I can get a lot out of it. So I'm just making another little 3x4 piece of paper that I'm going to put there. And as I said, it's just going to be like a little filler card. They do have like little rectangular cards in this paper block that you'll see, but they're not that big. They don't fill the whole card like sleeve, so you have to back them on something. So I'm just choosing one, and as you can see, a lot of them have come loose because I've used a few, and because they're all like perforated, they do sometimes come apart from one another. So I do decide on this one just because of the colours, and it's just a cute little pink and white one that says shine, and it's got a nice flower on it. And yeah, I just wanted it simple. And as you can notice, every time I do a card, I put it in the sleeve, because it really annoys me, actually, that they, you know, I don't want to get my sleeve in it, or, you know, I don't want to knock anything over or all that. So I just literally put it in the sleeve every time I've done it. And I put this one just in a little bit too early, and I moved it a little bit from the glue. So just trying to fix that. So then the next side, on the right hand side, the card next door is going to be where I'm going to put my journaling. And then the photo that I'm going to put on the right hand side is going to be of my moose getting groomed. Bless him, that's a story and a half. So yeah, so I'm just cutting out some more 3x4 cream polka dot papers to put in the back there. And I think I do my journaling one next, because there was a lot going on basically this week, and I just wanted to have a little bit of an explanation of what's going on. So on the back of the little cards, if you don't like the card, they do just have like a ruled or lined paper on the back, which is really good for journaling. So there's some cards in there that are not my kind of style, but you know, even if I will try and use them, but even if I can't, then I've got a really good little thin lined paper that I can use, or card that I can use to write on. So I'm just gonna like top it with some red washi tape. And then I find a little sticker, I think it's a little hexagon one, and I put it at the bottom. It said, trust your timing of your life, and I just thought that was cute, just purely because of the colours, really. And then I find a little word sticker that said, smell the flowers, because I'm all about positivity because of my little moose. I'll go on to it in a minute when I get onto the photos, but I was trying to be all positive for him, bless him. And I just put a little pink star, and I think that was cute. So I do my journaling. I don't know if I do it on camera, but basically what I write, I put, we held Sunday dinner with Penny, David, Lucy and Steve. Bilbo came over and played with the cats. Joe is home, so it was nice to have him cooking again. We watched The House of Gucci, which was okay, but not the best film. We had groomers come round to get rid of Moose's mats. He did fine until the mats were so close to his skin. He went mad at one point and even started panting in anxiety. It stressed me out so much seeing him anxious, but we know it was for the best of him. He really sulked that day. So basically, Moose is a long-haired cat, and in the winter he just gets so knotty because he can only groom himself so much. He can't get round to the back and the backs of his legs and under his stomach and stuff, and because the mats are so close to his skin, it must have been really irritating him. And I used to try and, well, I do brush him. I brush him every other day, but he doesn't like it at all. And I've even tried to cut the knots out and stuff, and eventually I just had enough, and I thought they were so close to his skin. So I contacted these cat groomers, and they were so lovely. They came round, and there was 2 of them, came round on the evening, and they got Moose on the table. And this photo here, he was doing really, really well. He was just letting them do it, like they were literally shaving out the mats because they were so bad. But then it all sort of changed once they got to the knots that were really close to his skin. Cat skin is so sensitive. When they started getting really close to the skin, obviously it was hurting him, so he was obviously getting really, really anxious. He was getting a bit feisty, so they put a little collar on him and stuff, and he started to growl, and he was getting really, really anxious. He jumped off the table numerous times, and he would just go and sit and pant, and I've never seen a cat pant, and apparently that's when they're anxious. It was just, I felt so sorry for him, like I just want to cry, like he's my baby. And I now know why people cry, or parents cry when they see their babies get like their first jabs and stuff like that, because it's just so sad to see your animal so like stressed out. And but no, I tried to relax him. Anyway, they got the knots out eventually. It took a whole hour. He was supposed to have the whole grooming thing, but it took a whole hour just to get the knots out. So we didn't get the full service, but they came for what I needed them to come for, which is to get the knots out of him, bless him. So yes, I wanted to document that, and that was a picture of him doing really well when they were shaving him, bless him. But yeah, he's supposed to go back in about 12 weeks time, but I'm hoping if I can keep brushing him and the knots stay away, I won't put him through it again, because I think he does get nervous. He gets nervous about me brushing him now. I think he thinks it's going to really hurt him, even though he definitely feels better. I can tell he feels better. Like he's a lot more running and jumping, and because he hasn't got these horrible mats on the back of his legs and stuff. So it was for the best, even though he was very stressed. But he's forgotten about it now. Hopefully he forgives me. So then the sleeves at the bottom, another 6x4s. The one on the left hand side is just gonna be like a filler one, basically, because I didn't have anything to put in there. And I just used this little like cream and red polka dot one. It's just a little circle in the middle, and I don't know if I do it on camera, but I do actually write around the circle, just saying what did I write? Moose feels so much better now that the knots have all gone. And he does feel better, and I'm glad I've done it. And yeah, I just needed to get him sorted, bless him, because it must be horrible to have those mats so close to your skin. Like you can imagine if you had knots and mats right against your scalp pulling at him, it must have really hurt. So I'm just glad they've got him sorted, and I'm just going to have to keep an eye on him throughout the winter until he starts shedding for the summer. And then I just put a really cute sort of like filler card with just some roses and stuff next to it. Not sure why I chose that one, but just thought why not. I think it was one that was left on its own, and I just thought I'd use it up. So I use that next to that. And then the last photo is a 6x4 of Moose. So after the groomers left, he literally ran upstairs and he went and passed out on our bed. Bless him, he was absolutely shattered. He looked shattered, like he was breathing so heavily, and he was just so stressed out. So anyway, he went to go pass out up on our bed upstairs, and I took a picture of him. He was looking at me like, what have you done? But he is a bit bald, bless him. He's got a lot of bald patches all over him, but they'll grow back. And as I said, I'm brushing him every day to try and make sure he's not getting any more knots, and we've been okay since. So fingers crossed we can avoid those horrible knots again. But I just wanted to put I put some washi tape along the top, and then I put this really cute little circle cream one that says you can be very proud of yourself, because he should be proud of himself. It was very stressful for him, I can imagine it was, and it must have been hurting him. So I just used that, and then at the bottom I used one of these little, it was like almost like a border tab, and it was cream, and then I find a little sticker that says you're beautiful, because obviously he's my boy and I think he's beautiful even with his bald patches. And I just use a load of little hearts to put around the photo. So that's that, and I actually almost forget to do my title card. I've got so involved with everything else that I nearly forgot to do my title card. So on the title card, I'm literally going to keep it really simple. I really like that little circle that I did at the bottom, that you should be very proud of yourself, and also the circle with the writing that I put in on the left-hand side on the bottom. So then I thought, well, I'm just going to punch out some of the circles. I'm just going to make a little design at the top. So there's a pink one and a cream one and a white one that says Collect Beautiful Moments. And then I'm just going to use some red alpha stickers, and I stare at this one for ages and I realise there's no W, and I didn't want to use the M's because you could tell that it was an M. So instead I use like a foam one. I've had these for a while. I use these for my China scrapbook, and it just says week 6, and I just put some washi tape at the top, and then I used my date stamp to write the 6th to the 12th of Feb. And yeah, I actually really liked how it came out. I was a bit nervous, as I said before, because it's not done for you. You know, the American brands and, you know, all that sort of stuff. The collection is done for you. And even though it is the collection that I'm using, like it's a full collection, I felt like this was more from scratch rather than it sort of just came together by itself. I had to really try and mesh it together. So yeah, so that is part 1 of the week. Part 2 obviously will be coming soon, and it will be of the same collection, and it's like the end of the week basically. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. As I said, I've really enjoyed using some bits and pieces, and I'm really enjoying just using bits and pieces from my stash, like just literally choosing one thing out of my stash and going, right, I'm going to use this. Obviously I do pick bits and pieces to go with it, because sometimes I might pick like a paper pad or a washi tape, but majority of the time I always find something easy to go with it. But yeah, so I just put that in its sleeve, and then that's it. So that is week 6, part 1. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back soon with part 2. Thank you very much. Bye.